Right, so next part, project appraiser. So project appraiser is something that you have to do before project starts. So before project starts, okay, forecast cash flow, perform cost benefit analysis, okay, and you may want to calculate net profit, payback period, return on investment, or calculate net present value. Okay. So why you have to do this is in case you have several projects, okay, you have several projects and have limited resources. If you have limited resources, which is always the case, but you have many projects, so you have to decide which is a better project to go ahead. So this financial analyst can help you to decide, okay, so between so many projects, okay, so which project should start. Okay, so cash flow forecasting. Cash flow forecasting, above this line are income, below this line are expenses. Okay, so here, alright, so at this point, okay, at this point, negative cash flow during product development. So at the beginning, you have to spend money to develop the project. So cash flow is negative. That means you have to spend money to work on the project. Okay, so here, positive cash flow during the product operating life. So here, projects start bringing income to you. Okay, here you have to spend money. Okay, now you get the income. Okay, so then at the end of when the product cannot be used anymore, so you may have a decommissioning cost at the end of the product life. So decommissioning cost is a cost where you have to spend some money to remove the system from operation. You spend money to develop the project. You spend money to develop the project, develop the product. Okay, here, the project bring you income. Okay, so cash flow positive, cash flow negative. So negative again, because you have to spend money to remove the system from operation. Auto pay machine, I think all of you have seen auto pay machine. You go to shopping complex, okay, many years ago. Okay, when you enter, you take a ticket. When you exit, you have to insert the ticket into the auto pay machine, insert cash, okay, take back your card and you exit. That's the auto pay machine. So where you can find this? In shopping complex, in airport. I think you can see this in shopping complex and airport, but they are not used anymore because they switched to new system using plate recognition. But you can see the machine is still there. Why the machine is still there? Anyone can make a guess why the machine is still there? Time for you to speak. What's your name? Lim Ji Hao. Okay, let's give Lim Ji Hao a loud applause. Make a guess. You can make a wild guess. I need your friend to tell you what's the question there. You are here, please make sure that your mind is also here. Not your body here, but your mind is not here. And you need to pay to come here. Anyone can make a wild guess? So many places, they use this last time, now no more using because they switched to car plate recognition system, but the machine is still there. Why? It's because, my guess, this is my guess, to remove this system from operation, need to spend money. You need to spend money to take this out from the shopping complex and throw it. All this costs money. You need to pay for the worker, you need to pay for the lorry. The lorry, you need to pay for the worker, okay, to dismantle the machine, put onto the lorry. You cannot throw this machine anywhere you like. Okay, you cannot throw this into the dustbin. You have to carry this somewhere very far away and throw. Okay, all this costs money. Okay, so my guess is companies are not willing to spend all this money. That's why it's still there. I went to KLIA too. This one is there, but it's not used. There are many. There are many in KLIA. To dismantle them costs money. You need people to do it. So my guess is companies are not willing to spend the money. Painful. Spending money to do this is painful. So not willing to spend money. And the funny thing is there's no penalty. Okay. So there's a reason for this cost. Remove the system from operation. Okay. So cash flow forecasting is to estimate when you have to take money from your pocket and when money start coming in. Okay, so cost and benefit analysis. Okay, next slide. So cost and benefit analysis. So to work in a project, okay, so here says there are two costs. So one is the development cost. Okay, so for cost there's a development cost and there's also operating cost. So examples are here. Okay, so for benefits, so project also bring benefits. So there are two types of benefits, tangible benefits and intangible benefits. So what's the difference? So tangible benefits are benefits that you can measure in monetary terms. So intangible benefits are benefits where you can't measure it in monetary terms. Okay, example like increased employee morale, okay, better company reputation, okay, and better customer loyalty. These are benefits that can be gained, but it cannot measure in monetary terms. Okay, so financial techniques, net profit, payback period, return on investment, net present value. So you can use all this to measure project profitability. So if you have few projects on hand, you don't have all the resources to start them at the same time, so you only can carry out one of the project, then you can see that you can use this technique to see which project is more profitable. To assess which project is more profitable, so you can use things like net profit, payback period, return on investment, and net present value. Okay, so first one, net profit. So how you calculate net profit? Total income minus total cost over the life of the project. Okay, so 4 projects here, project 1, 2, 3, 4. Year 0 represents the development year. So year 0 represents the development year. So in the development year, yes, there's no income, you only have cost. So this is the cost. Negative sign represents cost. Then income started coming in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. 10,000 in year 1, 10,000 in year 2. Year 3 so 10,000, year 4, 20,000, year 5, 100,000. So these are income costs. Okay, so the same for project 2, 3, 4. So net profit is total income minus total cost. So for project 1, net profit is 50,000. Project 2, 3, 4, 100,000, 50,000, 75,000. So all these figures are at year end. Okay, so we got all these figures at year end. So based on net profit technique alone, which project you will approve for development? You cannot do all this for. So using net profit, we will normally choose the project that gives us the highest net profit. So for this question, the answer is project 2. Project 2 has the highest net profit. Advantages, easy to calculate and intuitive. Net profit is easy to calculate, easy to understand. So disadvantages, net profit technique does not consider the time value of money. Okay, see project 2 and 5. Project 2, net profit is 100,000. 100,000, project 5, 75,000. Okay. This is a net profit after 5 years of operation. It's a big sum, okay? It's a big sum, but it does not consider the time value of money. I explain the time value of money later on. So project 1 and 3 have equal cost and net profit, but are both projects equally preferable. Project 1, 50,000, project 3, also 50,000. Are both equally preferable. So which one you choose, 1 or 3? Same net profit, but which one you will choose? Whether it's 1, you have your reason. Whether it's 3, you have your reason. Okay. If I choose, I'll choose 3. I'll choose 3. So this one gives consistent return. This one return a big amount of return in year 5 only. You have to wait until year 5 only you get 100,000. That's too long. That's too long. Is risky. This is estimation. Okay, so this is the estimation in year 0. Okay, so in year 5, not sure whether or not you get this. So this will be a better choice. Okay, you calculate, return is consistent. Okay, so to answer this question, you need to analyze further. So my analysis is, okay, consistent return. I prefer consistent return rather than a big return at year in 5 years. Okay, payback period. Payback period is you calculate the time needed to break even. Normally, project with the shortest payback period will be chosen. So there are many projects. So if payback period is a technique that you want to use, you choose the one with the shortest payback period. So how to calculate payback period? So subtract cash inflow from cash outflow until payback period is achieved. Okay. So what's the payback period for project 1, 2, 3, 4? Figures at end of year total. Okay, so project 1 payback period is in year 5. So you see the cost is 100,000. The cost is 100,000. You get back 100,000 in year 5. So year 1 you get back 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. You earn back your cost in year 5. So payback period is year 5. Project 2, year 5. Project 3, year 4. Project 4, year 4. But project 3, early year 4. Okay, early year 4. Project 4 is end of year 4. Okay, can see, huh? So using payback period technique, project 3 has the shortest payback period. Okay, so if you use payback period, then project 3 is the most preferable project compared to 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so project 3 break even in early year 4, project 4 break even in the end of year 4. So if you use payback period, it says do project 3. But if you use net profit, net profit advise you to do project 2 or project 4. So different technique will give you different answer. So payback period advantages, easy to calculate and understand. It's easy to calculate. Generally less risky. Okay, so generally less risky as they recover their investment faster, reducing exposure to uncertainties. Okay, so disadvantages, ignore any profit generated after payback period. If your criteria is based on earliest payback period, okay, then you do project 3. Okay, but you will miss this one in project 4. Okay, see what you want. Okay, so see what you want. If you want to quickly get back your capital, then you may consider payback period. Okay, so payback period is project 3, but you may miss this. Payback period technique also does not consider the time value of money. Okay, so technique number 3 is you calculate return on investment. So this is the formula to calculate return on investment. Average annual profit, okay, average annual profit over total investment times 100%. So what's the ROI for project 1, 2, and 4? Okay, so project 1, average annual profit over total investment. So project 1, 10%. Project 2, 2%. Okay, so project 1, 10%, 2%, 10%, 12.5%. So if you use return on investment, so you choose the project that gives you the highest rate of return, the highest percentage. So in this case, which project is most worthwhile based on ROI is project 5, project 4, because project 4 return on investment is 12.5%, is highest. Okay, advantages simple and easy to calculate. So the percentage gives you an indicator which project gives you the higher return. Okay, ROI also does not consider time value of money. High ROI but long payback period may not be good. Okay, net present value. This one is most time students are confusing. So listen carefully. Net present value. So net present value takes into account the time value of money. Net present value takes into account time value of money. It's a financial method used to determine the current or present values of all future cash flow generated by a project. Okay, listen carefully. NPV, net present value, is a financial method used to determine the current or present value of all future cash flow. This one you read. This one you read. This one you read. Okay. Before you can determine what's the net present value, you have to calculate present value of future cash flow. Not all. Okay. You have to calculate present value of all future cash flow. So present value of, let's say, so you have to calculate present value of all future cash flow. Then you use this formula to calculate future value of each cash flow. So future value of each cash flow is cash flow in year T multiply 1 over 1 plus R. R is the discount rate. T is the number of years into the future. Okay? So 1 over 1 plus R power T is a discount factor. Let's look at one example to understand this. Okay. So these are the figures of project 1. Okay. So now calculate NPV for project 1. Calculate the net present value for project 1, assuming discount rate is 10%. Okay. This is year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Year 0 is the development year. Year 0 is now. Year 0 is now. This column is cash flow. So this is the cash flow. So year 0 you have to spend 100,000. So this is the money you have to spend now. Now is year 0. So a year later you start to receive 10,000. Year 2 receive 10,000. Year 3 receive 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. Now this is the money you spend. Okay, these are future cash flow. Now, next year, next 2 years, future, correct? So discount factor is 1 over 1 plus R power T. So this cash flow multiplied discount factor is the present value. Future cash flow. This is the money you receive in the future. 1 year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 5 years later. So discount factor is 1 over 1 plus R. R 10% will change to 0.1. Power year, power T, T is year. So 1 over 1.1 power 0 is 1. This is 1. So present value is 100,000. Same. Now you spend 100,000. Present value is 100,000. Okay. $100,000 you receive 5 years later. Okay. Present value is 62.90. Okay. This is future 1 year later. You receive 10,000. Present value is 9,091. That means This money which you receive 1 year later now is equivalent to this. Can you understand? Okay, now 2025, you spend this money. Discount factor is 1 based on the formula. Present value, same. This multiplies this. Now, this is year 0 now. 1 year later, okay, let's say next year, you receive this. I use this, okay, 10,000. This discount factor. This is money you receive in 2026. Discount factor. This money which you receive in 2026 now is equivalent to this. You receive in 2026. Now, if I bring it to today, this is the value. In 2026, you receive this. This is the spending power in 2026. That is net present value. It cannot be the same because inflation, things go up, price go up. Okay, any question? Okay, add one more. 2027, 10,000. Discount factor 0.8264. You receive in 2027. Okay, you receive in 2027 is equivalent to 8264 now. Now in year 2025. Okay, so the same for others. Okay, so the amount of money you receive 1 year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, 5 years later, all this is now how much they're worth. Okay, the equivalent of the value now. That's why this is called present value. This one, all this money, bring it to today. Okay, now it's worth this much. This much. Okay, so present value of future cash flow. These are future cash flow. Now is this much, equivalent to this much. This much now. You bring it to today's. That's net present value. That's present value. So net present value is you sum up all these numbers. Okay? So you sum up all this value, that is a net present value. So you sum up net present value is 618. Okay, so exercise using 10% discount rate, calculate NPV for project 3. So project 3, just now is project 1. So project 3 you calculate. NPV is 13.71. Okay. So to calculate net present value, okay. So the year, how much you spend, what's the future cash flow, okay. Calculate the discount factor based on the percentage. This one multiply this will give you the present value. Sum them up, there's the net present value. Okay. Why I highlighted this in yellow is, okay, in case this this thing comes up in exam or midterm, in case no criteria, in case this one will be given, this will be given, this will be given, discount factor in percentage given, then you will normally ask what's the discount factor and what's the present value. And calculate NPV. NPV is the sum of all the present value. So based on NPV alone, is project 3 more beneficial to pursue than project 1? So project 1 NPV is 618. NPV for project 3 is 13,721. Okay. So using NPV, okay. So using NPV technique, if NPV is positive, it means it's worthwhile. It is worthwhile to pursue the project. Okay, the benefits exceed costs. Okay, positive means benefit exceed cost. So you compare the NPV of project 3 against project 1. NPV of project 3 is greater than NPV of project 1. So project 3 is a better project compared to project 1. So assuming all other factors are equal. Okay, so the discount rate can be thought of as a target return. So to calculate NPV, there must be a discount rate. So this discount rate can be thought of as a target rate of return. So if we set a target rate of return of 15%, we will reject any project that does not display NPV greater than 0. So if your discount rate can also be considered as target rate of return. Using this target rate of return, you calculate NPV. If NPV is less than 0, that means you didn't achieve this return rate. If you do not achieve the return rate, that means you should reject the project. Okay, so this one NPV is minus 179,770. Negative. Okay, NPV is negative. So is it worth to pursue project 2? Okay, so in this case, answer is no, because this project is a net loss. Cash flow, this present value, total present value of cash flow is less than cost. So it's net loss. If you sum out negative, then that means it is net loss. It's a loss. And also does not achieve. Negative means net loss. And also means doesn't achieve the target rate of return of 10%. In project, you have to do a lot of work. Okay, if you can't even achieve 10% rate of return, better put the money in FD. Okay, better put the money in FD or EPF to earn interest. Okay, so another example, using a discount rate of 9%, calculate the NPV and ROI for project B. This is project B. So here show you the year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 total. So the cost, the benefit, same. So calculate the discount factor based on the discount rate for cost and benefits. Then discounted cost discounted benefits. So this is a total discounted cost, total discounted benefits. So NPV is total discounted benefits minus total discounted cost, so positive. Positive, so this project is worth the pursuit. ROI, ROI is 80%. Okay. So project appraisal is something that you will do before project starts. Cash flow forecasting. So forecast cash flow for how long you have to spend money and for how long money start coming in. And you may have to spend some money aside to remove system from operation. So to do a project, what are the costs? Identify what the costs. Okay, how much benefit? What are the benefit that can be gained? So use these financial techniques to determine if you have two or more projects, which one you should pursue. So these are the techniques to measure project profitability. Okay, so I'll stop here. Don't go. Take photo first. Attendance.